What's up, YouTube? It's your boy DJ, man. We back with another video, and today we finna watch some of the horror films. Cause you know today Thursday, and it's Thriller Thursday. Yeah, you know. So yeah, we finna get turned, we finna get lit, we finna tee up. Gotta make this real quick, cause you know it's Thanksgiving, of course. So I gotta go see my peoples and all that. So yeah. We finna get straight into it, man. Been hold y'all up a bit longer. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all wanna see next. We finna get into this video, man. And the video we're watching though. It's 3 true Thanksgiving horror stories animated. So it's 3 stories in one video. Video on like 21 minutes. So we finna see what that's talking about. If it ain't scary, I might throw in a bonus video. If it's scary or if it's like a little 8 and above, maybe a 7 and above, then I'll leave it how it be. But if it's a 7 below, I'm gonna throw in a bonus. Cause man, I like my scary movies, and you gotta give me some type of spice. You feel what I'm saying? But without further ado, man, we should get right into it. I know I'm talking a little too fast, only cause I'm low-key trying to rush this shit. But let's go and do this shit, man. I need to get my hair.
The sun was below the horizon, casting the afternoon shadow over the kitchen, where the roasted turkey aroma met freshly baked pie. I stirred a pot of gravy, standing and feeling my heartbeat from anticipation. For me, Thanksgiving has always been a time for family, but it felt different this year. Unsaid tension hung in the air, and I could tell by the way my parents looked at each other, smiling tightly. My parents were bustling about, oblivious to the storm brewing inside me. They were excited about their new life, their retirement plans, and how they would finally be free of me. I could feel it. Their excitement was a knife twisting my gut.
Joel, would you set the table?
My mother called from the dining room. I nodded, forcing a smile on my lips as I set the ladle down. My hands trembled slightly. I was on edge, and I didn't know why. Perhaps it was the weight of their impending announcement, the one that they had hinted at but never fully revealed. As I arranged the silverware, I overheard snippets of their conversation. "We can't keep supporting him." My father's voice was low but firm. "He needs to learn to stand on his own." My heart sank. I knew what they meant. They were finally cutting me off financially. The thought sent a chill down my spine. Dinner commenced with laughter and clinking glasses, but I felt detached from the warmth that enveloped the room. My parents chattered about retirement plans and dreams of travel, while I forced myself to join in, laughing when appropriate, nodding along. Inside, a storm brewed. As we moved to dessert, my mother's expression shifted.
Joel,
She began, hesitantly.
there's something we need to discuss.
My pulse quickened. This was it, the moment that would shatter everything. "Not now, Lisa." My father interjected sharply. "Let's enjoy this time together." But I could see it in their eyes, the fear of what lay ahead. I excused myself under the pretense of needing fresh air and stepped outside into the cool night. The stars twinkled above like distant eyes, watching my every move. My mind raced as I paced back and forth on the porch, thoughts spiraling into dark corners.
If you feel
I should
that
give you some
drop
snacks, man.
Walmart, Home Depot, and Wayfair have been using.
When I returned inside, the atmosphere had shifted dramatically.
Yeah, I
My
watched them
parents
eggs
were
until
no
I
longer
skipped.
smiling. Instead, they wore
No,
expressions
I'm not
of
editing.
concern
Nothing.
mixed with something else. Disappointment? Fear? It gnawed at me.
Joel,
My mother started again, her voice trembling slightly.
we've decided.
But
I ain't
before
never
she
say,
could
man.
finish, something
I bet y'all,
snapped
but happy
inside
Thanksgiving
of
to
me.
y'all.
The
Happy
years
Turkey
of
Day to
feeling
everybody that's out there
inadequate
watching.
and dependent surged forward like a tidal wave.
Hope y'all finna eat
Enough,
good.
I shouted, startling
Yeah,
them
man, hope
both.
y'all thankful for a
"You
lot of
think you can
things.
just abandon me after everything?" Their faces paled as realization dawned on them. Their son was no longer just angry, he was dangerous.
Ooh.
After dinner, while they cleaned up, I slipped away
He
to my
was
room.
dangerous.
The shadows danced on the walls as I pulled out my notebook,
What,
the
nigga?
book of premeditation. Each page detailed my
They ain't gonna know how to spell. You don't know how to spell, man. This is a grown ass man running like he a 3-year-old.
Get knives,
I got a little
sledgehammers,
cousin right
bleach,
better than this nigga.
everything necessary
Yeah.
to erase them from existence. As I returned to the kitchen, adrenaline coursed through my veins. My heart pounded like a war drum as I approached my father from behind. He was distracted, humming softly to himself as he washed dishes. "Dad?" I said softly. He turned, surprise flickering across his face just before it vanished into confusion. "What's wrong?" In one swift motion, I grabbed the knife from the counter and plunged it into his back.
Oh fuck.
The world went silent. Time froze as he gasped in disbelief. "What are you doing?" He croaked, shock flooding his eyes. I pulled out the knife and struck again, 42 times in total, each thrust fueled by years of resentment, boiling over into pure rage. My mother entered just as I finished. Her scream pierced through the air like shattering glass.
Joel, no!
But it only fueled my frenzy. The world around me faded. All that mattered was silencing them forever. She fought back fiercely. Her love for him made her desperate to save her husband.
Nah, it's a
and
dramatic
herself.
shake, bro.
I was beyond control as chaos broke loose in the once happy home. The bodies collapsed to the floor like rag dolls, with no life
Well, he
left in
stabbed him
them.
47
At
times,
this
I'm stabbed
point,
her
it
once.
dawned on me that I had done like a wave of
Shit, saying.
ice-cold water.
If you kill
I
them both,
dragged
I'm
their
kill them
bodies
equal.
into the bathroom where I had prepared
Right?
everything. Plastic bins filled with corrosive chemicals awaited their remains, like hungry beasts ready to devour their prey. As I dismembered them piece by piece, a sense of relief washed over me. This was liberation. I left their remains dissolving in acid and retreated to my room, hoping to escape the horror of what I'd done. The house felt different now. It was mine alone. I glanced out the window at the world waking up outside. A smile crept across my face as I realized that no one would ever know what happened here. Not today or ever. Days
So you think
passed
nobody
before
gonna
anyone
like,
noticed
like
they
where
were
your parts and
missing.
shit at?
Days filled with paranoia and
I
guilt,
think they got
gnawing
jobs
at my
and stuff, right?
insides like rats in a cage. When police finally arrived for a welfare check after my mother's co-workers reported her absence, panic
Thought so.
surged through
Thought
me.
so.
They found everything. The boiling pot on the stove still simmering with remnants of what used to be her head. Body parts dissolving in acid. Notes detailing every step of my plan, scattered across the floor like confetti at a twisted celebration. As
Cause
they
son, you
uncovered
could've-
each
bro,
horrifying detail, all I could
you had
think
48
was how
hours
close
to clean
I'd
the
come
shit
to
up.
freedom,
Really, probably
and how
72,
quickly
my
it
nigga.
had unraveled into chaos. Thanksgiving will never be just another holiday for me again. It is now forever etched in blood, a reminder of what happens when love turns into horror. The story was inspired by a horrific incident that happened on November 26th, 2016. Joel Jr., then 28 years old, was living off his parents'
How the fuck is his
financial
face
support
lopsided
when
like
they
that?
decided to stop funding his lifestyle
tripping?
as they prepared for retirement.
Oh, that
The
is just
couple
like the
had
animated
recently
people.
sold their home and were planning to move into a more budget-friendly residence. This decision prompted a violent reaction from their son, who felt entitled to their support and had a significant motive:
Nah, it was
a
just like the animated shit, though.
$500,000 life insurance policy that would pay out if both parents were dead. The murders occurred in their home in Tennessee, where Joel Jr. meticulously planned the horrific acts that followed. With dawn breaking and police arrived, he was later convicted and was sentenced to life imprisonment. He was beautiful, handsome.
Wait, bro, hold on. The story started too fast. Okay, I mean, it wasn't all that, but them looking like the animated people is crazy. Like, he look just like that dude. Or am I tripping? Anyway, that's besides the point. I can get like a. It wasn't scary. I had no jump scares. No, for real. I give it like a like a 4 or something. Like it was kind of interesting, but it was scary, bro. I'm trying to find something scary, man.
Breathtaking.
I need something that
Bill was the
you know what I mean?
embodiment of everything I had always dreamed of. Something far
Which it
away
ain't.
from
Which
the
it ain't. It
place
ain't none of
that
that
had
made me
caused
jump
me
like that.
so
You know,
much
I ain't.
pain. A
You
tall man,
can see
blonde,
anything,
with
nigga.
eyes as blue as the sky.
Terrifier,
I was completely
Jason,
captivated
Mike,
by his
any
charisma
scary movie
and his
I'm watching, but I'm
promises of a
not
bright
jumping,
future.
gang.
He was a
You
flirtatious
think I'm
kind
lying,
man,
twin? Send me
and he
something
was
scary, twin.
fascinated
Send me
that I
something you
came from a
jump to,
place
twin.
as far away as
And
Egypt.
watch how I prove
He
you
helped me a lot
that
in
you a
my
pussy.
career. I managed to grow
You feel
and
me?
become known as the Great
Let me tell you.
Omaima, the Pharaoh, with my exotic outfits and traditional style.
No,
It was
say
Bill's
that again.
idea. He said it would attract more attention. After every celebration,
We
we
good, we
always
good?
went out for burgers together.
Go straight.
One of
It
the
was
things I
lagging the first
loved
time.
about
I
this
had to move
country
the
was
camera,
how
bro. I'm
wild and
tired.
free it was. Colorful parties, flamboyant people. I loved it all. I was living the American dream. Although Bill always told me he'd like to move to a simpler, more culturally rich place, I always joked with him, saying that was fine, but I'd only eat once a day. When we got married, everything was incredible. I was a famous woman, known as the Great Pharaoh, and I was a respected woman. I hated that
nigga
title.
ugly, bro.
I just wanted to serve my beloved, the one who had brought me here. One day, tired of being called that, I wanted something new. I contacted a great designer who made me a beautiful, innovative outfit made of fine fabrics and the latest fashions. I loved it, and I showed it to Bill. But do you know what he did? He started by laughing. But when he saw I was serious, he got angry and started shouting at me. I had never seen him like that before. He hated that I was wearing that outfit. He thought it was vulgar. When I insisted that it was revolutionary, he started hitting me, tore the outfit off me,
That nigga
and
choking
told
her?
me, naked, that this was the natural state I should be in, like a pharaoh, untouched by the world. I realized that Bill was obsessed with Egyptian culture. In time, I came to understand that what he wanted wasn't a wife, but a relic. Now, he forced me to wear traditional Egyptian clothes, yelled at me if he saw me in anything American, even at home, and scolded me for any
But he
attempt
wear
to
American
assimilate
clothes.
into my new home.
Right?
He didn't even know the real culture, only what had been shown to him thousands of years ago. He wanted me to be more Egyptian than ever, and any deviation was met with shouting, or worse. I wanted a distraction. We were always invited to parties, but he refused to go. But with Thanksgiving coming up, I wanted to have a party and invite my friends and Bill's colleagues. I didn't think he'd mind. I started organizing everything in secret. I knew he would be upset when he found out, but
Damn,
I
she
preferred
ugly,
it to
bro.
be in front of his friends so he could drink with them and be distracted. I didn't care if he beat me afterwards. I was determined to take control of my life. I bought everything to make several special and traditional dishes.
I'm sorry,
The
bro,
turkey,
but
salad, side
fuck.
dishes, everything. I wanted it to be perfect, but I was too obvious. When he arrived, he could see the dishes laid out, the big table, and the smell in the kitchen. His face showed a deep connection to his childhood, a familiar smell and a date he clearly recognized. Do you know why the smell took him back to his childhood? Well, those wide open eyes, his sunken eye sockets, and his receding hairline were more noticeable than ever, with pronounced bald spots and those wrinkles. I'd never seen him like this before. He asked me what I was doing, and full of fear, I tried to tell him that it was just a small event. But he exploded. He came over and hit my head hard against the kitchen counter.
Damn.
I saw the blood gushing out. He had never gone that far before. He hit me several times. He kicked me in the stomach, and when I fell to the floor, he continued to punch me in the face and stomach. Then he whipped me with his belt while I screamed for him to stop, begging him not to hurt me. Finally, he grabbed me by the collar of my shirt and said something I will never forget. "You'll never be an American. You'll always be a foreigner." Anger and fear clouded my mind. I grabbed the nearest knife, and before I knew it, I was stabbing him in the chest. Once, twice, until his body stopped moving. It was an instinctive act. when I realized the floor was covered in blood and I was on my knees. A little later, I put on makeup and slipped into a dress I had bought for the occasion, a comfortable, long, simple dress. I felt so good, so free. The guests arrived one by one, and everyone was so impressed. They had never seen me like this before, and they all complimented me on being so brave and trying different things. I felt amazing as I served everyone and brought out the silver trays, closed to keep the food warm. Everything was perfect. The side dishes, the cutlery. I paid attention to the smallest details. And finally, the main course.
It's Thanksgiving, bro. I don't care. Y'all can see, y'all can see everything.
I'd never tried cooking American food before, but they all praised me. The salad, the mashed potatoes, the fine wine, the turkey, and the meat.
Let me know if y'all want me to
delicious. While
start
everyone was
vlogging and
enjoying
shit.
themselves, I decided to say a few words.
I know this is usually done before.
Cause I got a second
But I
channel,
didn't know it
trying to
was
see if I
my
want to
first
make it a vlog channel
I said.
mixed with
Everyone laughed.
like you know,
Bill
basketball and all the other
hated
stuff,
this party.
or do I
Hated
just
what
want to
it
make
stood
it
for.
strictly a basketball
Everyone
video?
laughed because they
I mean,
knew
not
it
video,
was
but
true.
basketball
He
channel. I
hated
think I'm gonna do
everything
a
about
both,
it.
though.
Then
I
I
want to
revealed
vlog
what
and
was
do all
hidden
the
under
other
the
stuff,
sealed
so I think I'm gonna
centerpiece
do
tray.
that on that
Oh,
channel.
my dear Bill.
Wait.
What? You're truly one with the traditions.
I said, as I unveiled his head hanging in the center of the table, the guests having already consumed part of him.
Now Bill is inside all of you. And I think
Oh, so
this
she
way
had enough and murked
you'll
his
finally
ass? Okay.
understand the importance of traditions.
Everyone began to scream in terror, terrified and
disgusting.
running as fast as they could. It was a scene of panic. But
It
I
was
didn't
his fault,
care,
though. He
because
turned her
I felt
crazy like that.
euphoric, so happy and so free.
He
This
talked to her
story
crazy
is
like
based on the
that.
true case. In 1991, Omaima Nelson, a 23-year-old Egyptian model, brutally murdered her 56-year-old husband, Bill Nelson, at their home in
As you
Costa
should.
Mesa, California,
As you
on
should.
Thanksgiving Day.
Fuck that nigga.
Omaima stabbed him repeatedly and then beat him to death with a
Fuck is you
clothes
talking
iron.
about?
After his death, she dismembered his body, cooked parts of it, and allegedly ate his ribs with barbecue sauce. Omaima claims she killed him in self-defense.
Okay, killing him
alleging
was just,
years of
you know, it
physical
was
and
a
sexual
valid
abuse
crash
by
out,
Bill,
but
who
in
she
his
said
remains
raped
is
her on the morning
insane,
of
my
the
nigga. This is
murder.
crazy.
But prosecutors argued that Omaima was a con artist.
Damn, we got a
who
Jeffrey
used
Dahmer
sex
number
to
2,
steal
don't it?
from men.
Shit,
After
nigga.
a disturbing trial that included testimony about cannibalism, she was convicted of second-degree murder in 1993 and sentenced to 27 years in prison.
Damn.
Although Omaima denied eating her husband, her actions in the trial captured public attention, with comparisons drawn to popular cultural figures such as Hannibal Lecter.
And Jeffrey Dahmer. What's our
It
last
was the
story?
day before Thanksgiving. I should have been excited, preparing for the holiday, but something wasn't right. Gilberto, my husband, had been acting strange lately.
Oh, I ain't rate the last. My bad, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, that was a good story. I give it give it a 6.5. Give it a 6.5.
He'd been spending hours
6.5
locked
for
away in
sure.
his study,
For sure.
always
I don't know
on
why
his
it's
laptop.
scary though,
It could
bro.
be
Like
just
some
work stress. He was a cop after all.
that had
But
me shaking in
deep
my
down,
boots.
I
You
knew.
feel what I'm
I
saying?
knew something was wrong, and the man I'd been in love with was a monster in disguise. That day, while vacuuming, I noticed his laptop sitting on the dining table. The screen was lit up, and Gilberto was nowhere in sight. I shouldn't have looked, but something pulled me to it. I glanced at the screen as my heart pounded harder with each passing second. Could my husband be seeing someone? With hitched breath, I went through his conversation. Surely there were chats, but it wasn't anything I expected. Gilberto wasn't cheating
Bro, you
on
see
me.
something like this, what you doing? You see something like this on your partner's laptop or some shit. What are you doing, bro? Is you confronting them? Like you got 4 options, right? A, B, C, or D. You confront them as A. B is telling the cops. I should like it. Bro, I blinked like 5 minutes ago. Anywho, yeah, B is telling the cops. C is telling your friends or somebody. And D is getting a fuck on. What you doing? Or you could just make an extra option and just eat the nigga your damn self. What you doing? Because me personally, shit, hey.
I wish he was. I read one, then another. The
I'm right.
words, they didn't make sense at first. Roast her
Straight like that.
slowly, cook her alive. And then I saw the names. Women we knew. I felt sick. I wanted to look away, but I couldn't. The things he was describing, what he'd do to them. He was planning to kidnap these women. He talked about eating them, like they were some kind of Thanksgiving dinner. My whole body went cold. This was my husband, the man I married, the man who kissed our daughter goodnight every evening. My heart was racing, and I felt dizzy like I was about to pass out. What had I just found? That's when I heard his footsteps upstairs. My blood froze. He was coming down. I slammed the laptop shut and shoved it into the hall closet just before Gilberto arrived. He smiled at me, full of affection, like nothing was wrong. But his eyes, they were different, darker, colder. Everything okay, love? He asked so casually, I was momentarily certain I was hallucinating. But I knew. I'd seen it all. I forced a smile.
Yeah, just cleaning.
My voice shook. He stared at me for a beat too long, like he was waiting for something. And then he turned and walked into the kitchen. I wanted to scream, to run, but I couldn't. I was trapped in my own home with a man I didn't recognize anymore.
How was you trapped in
My
your own
husband
home?
was
My nigga,
planning
right
to
at the
kill
front door.
and eat people who were his friends. That night, I barely slept. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw those chats. Months planned he had laid out in detail. The next morning, Thanksgiving Day, Gilberto was his usual self, smiling, laughing, playing with our daughter. But I couldn't look at him without feeling my stomach turn. He was a monster, hiding behind a cop's uniform, pretending to be a loving father. I watched him closely all day.
He
Every
is a
move
cop
felt
himself.
calculated and deliberate,
Oh, you're
like he
fucked,
was
man.
wearing a mask.
You're
But when our
fucked.
friends arrived for dinner, a hunger simmered in his eyes. Was I blind to never notice it before? I wanted to scream,
You're fucked,
warn
man.
our friends.
Not gonna
I
lie
couldn't
to you.
shake the feeling that they were in danger, sitting just feet away from the man who had fantasized about eating them. As the evening went on, I couldn't take it anymore. The tension inside me was unbearable. I excused myself and went upstairs, locking myself in the bathroom. My hands shook as I picked up the phone, and I called the police. What do you even say in a situation like this? How do you tell them that your husband is a cop plotting to kidnap and eat people? But I had to do it. For my daughter, for myself, for all the women who might end up on his twisted menu. When they came for him, it was like a nightmare coming alive. Sirens blared, lights flashed, and Gilberto was hauled out of our home in handcuffs. He looked at me with such venom, like I was the one who betrayed him. But I wasn't the one with those sick, twisted thoughts. He was. I will never forgive you. Never. I will never forgive you. I thought I would feel relief, but all I felt was a deep, sinking dread. The man I had married, the father of my child, was capable of things I couldn't even begin to understand. He was charged with conspiracy to kidnap, with plans to kill and eat women. They called him the cannibal cop. I saved those women. Hell, I saved myself. But at what cost? My life, my family, everything was shattered. And Thanksgiving? It'll never be the same again. This story is based on the true case of Gilberto Valle, the cannibal cop, who was arrested in
But he didn't do
2012
nothing.
for plotting to kidnap and eat women. His
I mean,
wife
yeah, that's
discovered
weird
his
to plot
disturbing
to
online
eat women.
plans and turned him into the authorities.
But you're
leading to his
traumatized from
arrest.
what, my nigga?
Valle
From
was
seeing
charged
messages,
with
bro? Like, don't
conspiracy to
piss me
kidnap,
off.
and later
Do not
released
piss me
in
off. This is a
2014.
story.
Gilberto
So
lost
you're telling me,
custody of his daughter.
bro, this story is all about her finding messages and telling the police, my nigga. He didn't do no. Okay. Yeah, that was a 2. I ain't fucking with that one. I'm not gonna lie, my nigga. So, I might throw a little extra in there. Okay, Thanksgiving best kills. This is what I want to see. I want to see somebody getting. You feel what I'm saying? So this is what we're gonna watch, my nigga. Oh shit, my bad. Bad introduction. Terrible introduction. Thanksgiving best kills by movie clips. My bad, gang. Oh shit. Oh shit. Wait a second. Wait. This came on too fast. Hold up. Oh, these is clips of the movie. I don't want to watch that. I want to watch like an actual film. Yeah, I want to watch like actual film. So I ain't finna watch the Thanksgiving 2 by AMC Official. We can watch that. We can watch this. We should just come out. Cause yeah. I'm telling you, I'm not editing, bro. So when the video is wrong, when the audio tripping, the camera tripping, whatever, it's gonna be in the video, bro. I'm not editing on out. I don't. I mean, I care. I just don't know how to. Not gonna lie. Like I don't know how to. And plus, I don't know no software to use. You know what I mean? Because every other software you got like buy a subscription and shit, and they want like $100. Like, I'm not gonna pay no $100 for no edit subscription, my nigga. You got trim, gang. Anywho, let's get into this, man. She bringing that shit in.
Mia, what are you doing? Mia.
Hi, I'm your mechanical interactive aide, but you can call me.
She forgot her line. Oh, she froze for a minute.
Mom, this stupid robot's acting weird. It nearly burnt my hair off.
Mia, can you come here? Thanks for joining
It's the
me.
noises
For
they
this
keep trying to put in the
holiday season,
background to
we're going
match
to be
up with how
making
she
delicious
moving.
pumpkin pie. Let's jump right in. All right, for the pie crust, you're going to mix 1 cup of flour with 1 teaspoon of salt.
Mom, look what she did to my hair.
Yes, I see, Avery.
You're not even looking.
Yes, Avery, I see. We'll get it fixed tomorrow. Now, go get ready. Our guests are going to be here soon.
Okay, mad ass.
Did you need me, Mrs. Williams?
Yes, Mia. Did you do something to Avery's hair?
What do you mean?
Can you take that out of the oven?
Yes, Mrs. Williams.
Bare hands.
Mia, what are you doing? That needs to rest. Oh. Whoa, let's be careful. I will take these.
Yes, Mrs. Williams.
Oh, our guests are here. Can you finish this pie?
Yes, Mrs. Williams.
Now
I need some chopstick. My bad, y'all.
large bowl, mix together the pumpkin puree.
You're gonna take these here poison pellets and you're gonna place them in the food.
You did such a fabulous job making dinner, sweetie. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks, Dad.
I'm gonna need a nap after all this food.
Well, I hope you all save room for dessert. Mia, bring out the pie.
Yep.
You would get a bite. You would get a bite. You would get a bite. Oh. You still trying to take a bite? Oh. Everybody just foaming to the mouth, huh? Ew. Her foam right here, low key makes me want to throw up, bro. Low key, I'm gonna get right there. Not gonna lie, my nigga. That one bad. That one bad. That one bad. That one bad. I ain't gonna lie. Like I fuck with that one. I fuck with that one besides the other ones. To be real. But anywho, man, that's it for this video, man. I ain't finna hold y'all up any longer. It's already 30-some minutes. So, man, I'm turning the light on so y'all can see me. That shit really made no difference. But yeah, that's it for this video, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. And y'all have a good Thanksgiving. And I'll see y'all next video. Peace.